Hello everyone, I'm Johanna Bertumenonato. I'm a lawyer and I'm also the CEO and registered migration agent of Bridgeos Migration Consultancy. Well, most of the states have opened for this financial year, 2024 to 2025. So with this video, I'll be discussing the overview of the requirements for Western Australia WA nomination. So in this presentation, I will be discussing about the overview, the streams, selection criteria, application process, next steps, and some of the common questions. So this is the overview. Of course, you first have to satisfy the criteria for the visas 190 or 491, whichever pathway you choose or you're eligible for. The occupations must be on the WA skills occupation list. So this is published in their website. And you can search for your occupation, or you can also look at the occupations per industry. They have also published the priority industries. That's the building and construction, healthcare and social assistance, hospitality and tourism, education and training. So these are industries. Inside of that are the nominated occupations. For example, of course, healthcare and social assistance. That's where the registered nurses are. And social workers, hospitality, the chefs will be there. Education and training, the teachers will be there. So health occupations, they are in the Schedule 1 of the WA migration occupation list. Schedule 1, it's for healthcare, social assistance, hospital, medical, and other healthcare services. So if your occupation is in that industry or in Schedule 1, you are required to have at least 1 year of work experience in your nominated occupation or related or closely related. WA is only the state that accepts applicants from other states. So most states will have residence requirements, or they would not accept anyone applying outside of their state. An example is Victoria. The total allocation for WA is 5,000. That is for the 190 visa, that's the permanent residency visa, 3,000. And for the 491, the regional visa, whereby you can then apply for a PR visa after 3 years of holding a 491 visa and living in a designated regional area, that's 2,000. All right. There are two streams. There's the general stream and the graduate stream. General stream for the 190 visa, as mentioned, you should have that 1 year work experience in the last 10 years. And they would accept at least 20 hours per week. But that's for the medical occupations, because the medical occupations are the ones in the Schedule 1 of the WASMOL. For the 190, you should also have a full-time offer of employment in your nominated occupation or closely related for at least 6 months and at least 35 hours per week. You should also satisfy the English requirement of at least 50 in each band of PTE academic or equivalent, so they can accept IELTS, OET, and others. For the 491 visa, it's similar, but the offer of employment is not required. The graduate stream, these are for people who have finished their course in WA. So again, you should be in the list. You should have completed at least 2 years full-time studies in WA, minimum of certificate 3. So certificate 3 until PhD. But you should have finished the course with an accredited education provider. That is, which means that the course should be listed in CRICOS. The education provider should be registered with TEXA, ASQA, or WATAC. The list of accredited education institutions are on their website. Priority will be given for those who are in the priority sectors, which I've discussed a while ago, which sectors they are. All right, so what is the selection process? It depends on your location. Of course, they prioritize people who are already in WA. But of course, if you're outside, interstate, you can still apply. Overseas, you can also apply. Occupation, if you are in the priority industries, you will be prioritized. They will also have occupation ceilings. So if they have reached that, then you might not be invited anymore. Completing a qualification in WA, that's for the graduate stream, your number of points, and how long your EOI has been. Again, I've just put it in there, the priority industries, just for your reference. The application process is lodge your EOI, where of course you have to tick WA or all states if you want to apply for all states, or if you're eligible for all states. You will then be invited. So this is the hard bit, because you don't know if you'll be invited, and it can take time. But if you're invited, you have 28 days to respond, and you have to then present the evidence of all your claims, including offer of employment if applicable. And then when you apply and then you get approved, you receive the approved nomination. If you have that, you will automatically be invited to apply for your 190 or 491 by the Department of Home Affairs. So it depends on which one you applied for. And within 60 days, if you've been invited by the Department of Home Affairs, you should apply for your visa. You can be invited for more than one category, but only one application will be processed. So that means that they can accept you applying for 190 or 491 or different streams. So what are the next steps? So really, all these are just generic information, just an overview. This is not legal advice. So you have to do your own research. Make sure that you research with correct sources, correct resources. But if you are still confused and you want guidance, you can book in a consultation with us. That's using the link there, www.bookio.com/bridgeos. You will see our availability and the rates for our consultation. Now, the Q&A, we usually cover this when we do the webinars. We'll have the webinar for this Thursday, 22nd of August. That's tomorrow at 8 p.m. Melbourne time. But I've put in some questions here. My 491 visa WA state nomination was granted, but I missed the 60-day visa lodgement window. Can I be reinvited? So if you missed the window, WA said that they may consider reinviting you, but you just have to contact them via email if you're doing it yourself, or your agent should be doing that for you if you have an agent. Now, the second question is about the letter of offer. You're a sole trader, so some of you might have an ABN. It's not an employment contract, but you work through your company as a sole trader. So WA says that employment contracts submitted by an independent contractor or self-employment are not suitable to apply for state nomination. So if you are in this circumstance, but you'd like to claim for letter of offer, that means that you have to work for a company so you can get a proper employment contract. All right, that's all. We can cover most of your questions during our webinar. We will be posting this in YouTube and also in our Facebook page. Thank you so much.